Hello everyone, welcome back to this Microsoft Excel tutorial journey with me on my Knowledge Factor YouTube channel. This is session number 101 and we are learning the Power Pivot table in Microsoft Excel. Alright, so now that I have got Excel's Power Pivot tool active in my copy of Excel, I can now begin creating Excel Power Pivot table models and then eventually be able to use that data model, whether it contains a single worksheet or multiple worksheet like this, whether they are appended to one another and they are related to one another, they are merged or whatever the case is, we can then build pivot tables based off of those data models. So first let's take a look at creating a data model inside of Power Pivot. So I'm back to my customer info worksheet. If you are following along with me, make sure you hit the worksheet right there, right? Once you are on that worksheet, make sure you click into it, doesn't matter where, just as long as you are in there. I'm going to go to my Power Pivot tab, and on the Power Pivot tab I have got several operations here, one of them being add to the data model. I'm going to go ahead and give that a click. Give it just a moment. So this will launch the Power Pivot interface. You can see that it is a completely different interface from the standard Excel interface, but they are connected, right? Anything that I do here is going to relate back into my copy of Microsoft Excel. All we are really doing here is creating the data model, and the data model is just a set of data based off of your Excel data. But the beauty here is the data model can contain the single worksheet data, and or it can contain multiple lists, multiple worksheets data, all merged together into one sets of data. So I've got my first data model here, or my first set of data in my data model, and it looks good. Up at the top we have its own ribbon inside the Power Pivot, and we got the File tab, Home tab, Design tab, and Advanced. On the Home tab, we have got Get External Data section. So we do have the option to not just get data from the existing worksheets inside of your workbook here, but we can hop up here and we can pull from other sources as well, such as by accessing database or SQL database or other sources, other external sources that we now want to bring that data into Excel. So we got all sorts of location that we can pull data from, right? I recommend, I'm not going to cover all of them right here and just going to talk about Excel data here, but I recommend going through the different types of data that you could pull it from. You might find something that catches your eye and realize that, you know what, we have got this other data that lives inside some other location, other software source, and we could pull that data into Excel and work with it there as well. So something to keep in mind. But we have got our first data set here, customer info, and it looks good. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. We'll keep Excel open, but I close the Power Pivot window. I'm now going to go to my order info tab. Make sure I click into that list. Doesn't matter where, I will go to my Power Pivot tab, and I'm going to add to the data model. Give it a moment, and we have now got our customer info and our order info inside our data model, both of our data sets right there. Now there are two separate tabs right here, right, just like they were back inside of Excel. Now our next step, this is great, right? We are able to create the data model that contains both data sets here. But now to really take advantage of the power of Microsoft Excel Power Pivot table, not only do we get the two data sets in there, but we now want to relate these two data sets to one another. Customer info, just to remind you, we had the customer ID, remember, ELF key, that good old customer. ALFKI shows up once inside the customer info dataset, but on the order info shows up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, right? Yeah, 6 times inside of order info. So I want to be able to relate these two data sets to one another. Now, once again, this is very common question that I get asked. I have got two worksheets, two different lists. They relate in some way through some common fields such as customer IDs, and I want to relate them together so I can find this customer and all the orders that they have placed. So let's make sure that we get this portion about the data model with the two sets. Make sure you got both the customer info and the order info data in there, and then in the next session we will take a look at creating the relationship between these two data sets, right? So this is the ending of this video. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and as I always say, if you really liked it and enjoying this journey, then please do like, share and subscribe my channel, and also press the bell icon to get the latest content update on this channel. Alright, then we'll meet up in the next session. In case you have any questions, any concerns, then do let me know in the comment section of this video. Till then, stay safe, have a great life and take very good care of yourself.